Well, I want to say a special good evening to you wherever you are viewing us, and we are at the Technical Center in Stock Farm to witness the football match of the premier teams of the Dominican Football Association President Cup. And as you know, the president of the Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne, so we have a President Cup football match. We can tell you tonight, and the teams are involved. We can tell you is the Surgical SouthEast versus Rural Scared Bombers. So Bombers and Surgical SouthEast will be playing for the football match tonight. Today to witness the national anthem. So as we are there tonight, the national anthem of Dominica, and we are there tonight to witness a key encounter. We can tell you, we can give you the Surgical SouthEast team tonight. We have Randall Prince, the goalkeeper. We have Yannick George, we have Javid George, we have Cheston Prosper, we have Odell Lawrence, we have Trey Douglas, we have Jaden Thomas, we have Shem Abraham, we have Sidney Lockhart, we have Justin Prince, and James Deron for the SouthEast team. And for the Bombers team, we can tell you the Bombers team, Kevin Henry, we have Jaden Johnris, Orion Hyacinth, we have Ricardo Libla, we have Osher George, Anton Larrock, Devon George, Gerald Reese, Glenroy Ruffel, Trey Andre, and Janani Joseph. And that is the lineup for the Bombers team tonight. And they are playing for the third place in terms of the President Cup. And I can tell the President Cup finals is tomorrow night. And they are playing for a prize tonight of $2,000 EC. And tomorrow, the first place will be getting $5,000, and the second place tomorrow night will be getting $3,000. So tonight, they'll be playing for $2,000. We already see the crowd have built up very nicely. So the teams can walk away tonight with $2,000. Will belong to either the Bombers team tonight or the Surgical SouthEast team. So you can predict in terms of tonight's encounter. The coach, we can tell you Prince is the one in charge. Manager is Ron Green. Coach, Alicia Prince. And assistant coach, Kimon Coffey. Ron Green is the manager. Assistant coach, David Williams. Fitness trainer.
Match will be coordinated in the middle by
manager.
Gabriel Caesar. He will be assisted
head coach
by Mr. Sean McDonald and also Mr. Makion Maroni. And our fourth official,
Horace Mills is the head coach. James Mills medic. So Danny Titz, as you heard it. Gabriel Caesar will be the official tonight, the referee for tonight.
At the DFA Technical Center.
If it's a situation where the game is tied at the end of it, you'll have some extra time and then penalty kicks. So I hope it will not go into extra time tonight. The team might see it fit to put the ball at the back of the net tonight. The Bombers team dressed in their green, and the SouthEast, kind of purplish color like the SouthEast team, Surgical SouthEast. See them urging on, and the substitute players for SouthEast. SouthEast have a number of good substitute players there. And we are seeing Abraham, we're seeing Darren Lazar, we're seeing David Graham is part of the substitute players there for the SouthEast. So the SouthEast team, number 10 for SouthEast, we'll give you that number 10 for SouthEast. Andre Lawrence, number 10 for SouthEast there. So we're just about to start. It's already way past 7. So as I said, we'll be having a prompt start at 7:30. I just figured out that that game was at 7:30. You can see the crowd there, a very reasonable crowd, as the fourth official there gives the signal. The ball is in the favor of SouthEast. Bombers, SouthEast in control of that ball. Straight back to the center defender. To number 14 on the far side, working it very nicely on the far side. SouthEast trying to play a long ball, trying to get Lockhart on the far side. Intercepted there by the Bombers. Trying to play a short one in there, and a infringement there against SouthEast. And the ref calling an early foul there on SouthEast on the far side. And just watching. The referee is asking the player to just move the ball a little back. Yes. Referee Gabriel Caesar. A long ball play upfield, but already no danger at all as the SouthEast goalkeeper there coming across there quite easily and taking that. That's Randall Prince. Prince, the goalkeeper for SouthEast, playing it short to number 22. SouthEast in control. A bad pass there, intercepted there by Bombers. Bombers in control there to Usher George. And an infringement there against SouthEast, just outside the area. Usher George just been brought down. And we can see one of the players, I think it's Anton Larrock, maybe just giving his number 6. That's Ricardo Libla. Giving the coach R.S Mills. They're just having some check with the ball. I think there's a change of ball early. Let's see what happens there with that ball. The fourth official just trying to get the right ball. There's so many balls there, so it's good to know that they can just change the ball anytime they want. We have Sean McDonald holding the line tonight as number 3, looking to play that ball inside. Some danger there, ready for SouthEast. We're just in the first 3 minutes of play. Trying to play that ball up front, but again the goalkeeper, and again almost a misjudge here by the goalkeeper. And in the end, the goalkeeper, they're taking that and making it quite easy. Trying to play that ball across to Javid, but again, headed away. Usher George in control there for the Bombers. Trying to play a through ball, but intercepted. Outside by Sidney Lockhart. Lockhart in control. Leave that ball on the far side. Find a man. Across to the goalkeeper, to Prince. Let's see what he does. Again, across, move it very nicely. SouthEast in full control on the far side, the left-hand side of the field. Across to number 21. 21 trying to find a man in the center then. Good football there by the SouthEast. SouthEast playing some nice football on the far side, in control there. Let's see, trying to play a long ball cross field. And intercepted there by number 4. Dribble away there. And going across there again. Just a bad pass there. In control. Bad pass. Both players there for the SouthEast leaving that ball alone. And then infringement there against SouthEast. And you can hear the players there for SouthEast there. Just the Prince there. Just giving some advice and so on in terms of telling the players. There's a settle down. And again, Bombers with a free kick in a very dangerous spot. A short ball play across there. Well worked there by the Bombers. Danger there. Opportunity and a save by the goalkeeper. Good save by the goalkeeper Prince there for SouthEast. And SouthEast can break. Trying to play a long ball on the far side. The goalkeeper there already going down. And the ball goes into touch for a throw in there for SouthEast. Number 9. We'll be taking that through number 9. And they're just having a shot with there. Nice ball across. Playing across by the goalkeeper there. We'll take that one. Wasn't a bad effort at all, and that ball beating good piece of defending there by the defender there. Well intercepted. SouthEast in the far side. Trying to play a ball across. Nice ball across to Prosper. Prosper. Playing the ball back to the goalkeeper. Prince in control. Nice cross across to number 22. 22 in control. To Justin Prince. Prince in control. And there's an infringement there against number 9, Antoine Larocque. And an infringement there against Larocque. And the ball belongs to SouthEast. SouthEast, Surgical SouthEast in control. On the far side, again, trying to see their player there. Ball played to number 22. Number 22 for SouthEast. Number 23, we can tell it for SouthEast. Lose it across there. Nice ball across there to Usher. Maybe ball a little overheat. And the ball goes into touch. Yes. That ball was really overhit there on the far side. And Usher George did not get to that ball because the ball went into touch for a throw-in for SouthEast. We can tell you SouthEast nil, Surgical SouthEast nil, Bombers nil. One team from the north and one team from the east fighting out there for this third place. And they can cash in with $2,000 tonight. Long throw across there to Trey Douglas. Nice pass across, trying to lob that ball. And plays here. And then goes into touch. And we're waiting on the referee and the linesman to give a call in terms of that one. The ball clearly go out into touch for a throw-in for Surgical SouthEast. And the player seems to be experiencing to play the ball. Andrea Lawrence playing that one shot across to number 22 for the SouthEast. Played across the field there, trying to set it. Danger the opportunity and cleared away there by the West Carried Bombers team. Still in control. And Surgical SouthEast there, still looking in terms of going forward, but again, and again a bad pass there, intercepted there by SouthEast there. SouthEast have opportunity to break. Danger there for Bombers. The ball played across and hits, and the goalkeeper there called it for a brilliant save by the goalkeeper there, using his legs in that process there and saving that one there. Real good football there played there, and Anton Larocque there receiving that ball, and some tough defending there by the defender there, really using his body there, and Anton Larocque, and the ball taken away from him. Taken away from him. And the ball goes into touch for a throw-in. They're thinking of changing the ball. The ball seems to be giving some problems. Players complain about the balls. The ball maybe seems to be lacking some air. Throw-in. Across to Justin Prince. Prince in control there for the SouthEast team. SouthEast on the far side there, moving that ball very nicely. Being pressured there by the player there. Trying to play a ball, nice cross across the SouthEast. Really moving that ball there very nicely. But the Bombers team defending stuntly, played across. Upfield well, and Justin Prince there. That ball, maybe the referee think that ball coming out of Justin Prince's hands. Ball infringement against Prince. And tell the score is 0-0. Just about 10 minutes into the first half of play. We are in the first place match between the Bombers team and Sajiko SouthEast. Played across to Junan on the far side. Let's see what it does. They move across very nicely. Try to see if he stream it across, trying to find a man. Good football there played by the Bombers, but loses in the process, so SouthEast can break. Hard pass there. An opportunity there for the Bombers team, but again, good defending there by the SouthEast defender there on the far side. SouthEast in control. Let's see, beat this man very nicely. Let's stay in control of the ball, looking to find a man. Yes. Again, let the ball roll across to his defender, Prosper. Prosper back to number 21, Prince. Prince in control there, Justin Prince. On the far side there to his defender, and number 22 in control there for SouthEast. Let's see what he does. Trying to lob that ball, but again, and Usher George, and good piece of football there played by the Bombers. Bombers in control there, nice bit of football there. The man making the nice run, but again, intercepted there. Usher George here, nice football there played by Usher George in full control. They're trying to see if we can play a man. They're trying to find a man. Yeah, find a man. A beautiful pass there. Some danger, the opportunity. And he kicked that ball wide. What a lovely bit of football there played by the Bombers team there on the far side. And Fadul, what an opportunity there wasted away by the Bombers.
I don't. Good evening to you, Delvin. I don't want to say wasted, but you know, if it was just a little more calculated, if he had just probably just taken his time, because Delvin, he had the space, he had the opportunity. There was, you know, no real need to go a bit hasty with that shot. But you know, and then again, yes, we can say it's, you know, a wasted opportunity. But we see Sajiko SouthEast attempting to string some passes, attempting to drive through to the middle, gets intercepted. Interception again, and a foul call by referee Gabriel Caesar Delvin. Good game so far in this 0-0 encounter for third place in the President's Cup Premier League tonight, Delvin. Big action tonight, man, Delvin.
Yes, and as we see the Bombers team go and take that ball, play a long ball again. Usher George! And the goalkeeper there coming out. George not connecting full. I think that's a slight lapse by the defender there. They already caught the defenders, they're already napping, but not Prince in control there. Trying to play a nice long ball across there to number 10 on the far side there. Adrian getting that ball there. Beat this man very nicely there. Let's see, try to play the ball across, but again too low. And George in control there. Trying to see what happened. He passed the ball nicely across to number 25 in the middle of the field. Let it roll across very nicely again, but that's a really... And the goalkeeper there really making a mess out of that thing, and Fadul, he could have easily found the back of the net.
Very easily, Delvin. Very, very, very easily. And, you know, having a bit of poor control, you know, his hands not getting, you know, the proper grip onto it. It has actually cost the Bombers a corner, because SouthEast will now benefit from a corner. That ball was literally in his hands, Delvin, and, you know, he lost possession immediately. So a corner for SouthEast. Whether or not they will capitalize on it, we will see in a few seconds.
A ball played upfield, headed away by the Bombers team. Both SouthEast players, they're looking to get that ball, but again, let's see, that's Prosper. Prosper number 17. And Prosper trying to fight his way through, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in, and a throw-in for the SouthEast. And SouthEast.
Well, SouthEast looking to play this one into the penalty area. Gets it deep into the penalty area just off the goal kick. It's a bit of a scramble there. Gets some clearance finally into the centre-back position. And, of course, SouthEast retake possession. Sending a long one in. Gets intercepted by the defenders. Sending a long one forward. And it's going to be a run for it by the number 11. Playing it on the left side. Looking for options. He has two options. Long one inside. Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. For another save by the SouthEast goalkeeper. So far, we've recorded 3 shots on and 3 saves, Gavin, by the goalkeeper. But the number 10 for Southeast attempting to break one through. Doesn't get through, gets intercepted by the midfield. It's going to be a good run, a good through. It's going to be one-on-one with the keeper, and it gets defensively cleared by Southeast, eliminating that quick danger that quickly came onto them by the Portsmouth Bombers. It's amazing, Delvin, how the Bombers team can really capitalize on those counters and really sneak up on you. That is something that the Surgical Southeast team really have to be careful, as we just saw now. They're sneaking a quick counter down through to the middle, but that one-on-one defense really cleared it for the Southeast, averting some very high danger there for them. It's going to be a corner in favor of the Bombers at this time. In the shadows, they will play from west to east. A number of options inside the goal area. About 3 options on the near post. One gets one in. It's going to be headed down. Ball gets cleared. Shot off target, and the slice, Delvin, was just a little too wide.
Thanks.
So far 5 attempts by the Bombers as compared to the 2 attempts by the Southeast team. Southeast attempting a quick counter from the far and having to recycle back, playing it down through the line. Center back trying to push forward, plays it into the midfield area, recycling back again, deep into midfield, back again, just toggling some passes amongst themselves. Just let Prince looking for some options, spreads it to the left. And the winger, the defensive winger, playing it deep into midfield, recycling back a little bit, just stringing some passes, not being able to see. Long one forward, and it gets intercepted. They still hold on to it. Into the midfield area, good chest. It's going to be controlled down, long one forward, and yes, the through comes through for Portsmouth. It's going to be one-on-one. Will he take it? Shot on, and it's blocked by the goalkeeper. What's another beautiful save by the Southeast goalkeeper, Surgical Southeast goalkeeper, earning his pay, but a quick counter coming through. It's going to be a one-on-one and straight into the hands of goalkeeper Kelvin. Boy, Delvin, it is nail-biting action at this time in this very crucial President's Cup Premier League 3rd place encounter happening right now, Delvin.
And that ball went into touch, and the linesman won that. So there's a throw in there. And we can tell number 22, we can confirm that Jaden Thomas for Southeast. Jarvis George. Pass across to number 10 in control. You can tell number 10 for the Southeast team is Adriel Lawrence. And the ball infringement there against, and the ball is coming out of his hands. Bad piece of control there by that player.
Portsmouth recycling all the way back, playing it to their fullback, attempting to drive into the midfield area, not getting through, looking for some options. Finally, a long one down to the ground. It's a nice throw to the right winger, looking for some options. He has 2 options into the penalty area, chips one in, and it's headed out defensively by the Southeast, but the ball still in play. Drives one down, completely over Delvin. And like you indicated, another wasted opportunity. This one, I can say, was definitely, of course, another wasted opportunity, Delvin, because 2 of his strikers coming to support with him. I don't think he should have taken that hasty shot right there. I think he should have played it down to his left striker, and of course at least attempt, because clearly there was more than enough space from the left side. Hopefully these slight mistakes will not come back to haunt them, Delvin.
That's true. A long ball played upfield. George and the ball coming out of Javid George's back and goes into touch for a throw-in for the Bombers. Bombers trying to find that player there. Joseph. Well intercepted there. Nice pass across there. Two teams trying to find that player, but again, the Bombers team, they're trying to use that and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in there. As you can see, Southeast, they're very quick in terms of the throw-in. Back to number 22. We can tell the number 22 is Thomas. Thomas across to Prosper. Prosper on the far side there of Southeast. Number 17, Prosper. Let's see what he does. He plays a nice ball across there to Sydney. Let's see on the far side. Back again in the middle of the field to Justin Prince. Prince in control there. Moving the ball very nicely across there, but still not really attacking. Really just moving the ball in the center of the field. Really not looking to penetrate through the ball offside in terms of infringement there against that player standing there. That's an idea.
So from that offside, Portsmouth will retake a possession, playing it from the back. That's a good intercept right there by Surgical Southeast, playing it back to their own line, playing it into the midfield area, attempting to push forward. And they're going to get one through by the number 9 on the right side. Looking for some options. He has some options here. And it's a long one. Ball still in their possession in the penalty area. Shot off again. Delvin. It's just been shots off. But both teams, Delvin, you have to admit, have been knocking on the goal scoring door. Javid George, the number 9, attempting. Surgical Southeast with into the penalty area. Holds one in, they're under a bit of pressure, pushes them out of the boundary. Portsmouth sneaks one onto the line. Keeping it onto the line, playing it for the centre back there. Has to recycle back, he's under a bit of pressure. It's 3-on-1, tries to play it in front of the midfield, gets intercepted by the centre attacking midfield, a through one. Oh, and he slips with the ball, losing possession there. But the number 8 for Portsmouth on the left side, attempting to get through into the middle, gets a through one, and yes, the through one, no offside. Good turn with it. It's going to be a one-on-one, still holds on. And he looks for the foul, Delvin. No foul given. No foul given. It's questioning as to whether or not it was a foul, Delvin, as compared to whether or not it was a dive. But the Portsmouth player, I believe it's the number 8, Anton LaRoque, making a drive for it, in fact, making a beautiful turn with the ball. So the medics are actually being called onto the field right now.
It was a very close call, I can tell you. If you see it on the replay, you might see something different. But it was a very close call, and he wanted to think that he would go with that ball. But again, there's no way, and I know that the defender maybe get most of the ball, and so you could never tell. But if you see it on a replay, you'll see something different. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, at the end of the day, Delvin, we are just giving the game, commentating the game from the media standpoint or the media booth here. But the referee, of course, the man in the middle, is the one who has a much closer view. And if in his opinion, I will have to say his or her, because of course we do have female referees. I think the only female referee is Jessica Pierre-Louis. You'll correct me on that. But he has the much better view. Didn't see the need for it. And of course, I think Surgical Southeast will actually be happy with that call. Long one forward onto the line, and it gets intercepted. Skipping possession in the striking half. I think Surgical Southeast is more than happy with the fact that no penalty was called for that, Delvin.
Well, the game continues, as you know, that the game is going to referee in control. Sidney Lockhart loses in the process there, and Joseph again beat this man very nicely. Opportunity there for him, and he shoots, and he blocked by the defender there, and the ball goes into touch for a corner. So opportunity there for the Bombers, and Bombers really getting some brilliant opportunity maybe to find the back of the nets, but not making at least Fadol the opportunity wasted away.
Well, the Sagicor team has realized that they are coming with the quick counters and they are falling back, or at least they are trying to fall back as quickly as possible. And you realize the defense has more been a 1v1 defense in the last few attempts, Delvin. Portsmouth with
and
a
you can
chance.
hear the coach talking about on their toes because they have to defend properly. They have to defend man-to-man in the box area.
And it's completely over again. The number of opportunities. A total of 9 shots. 5 on. 5 on.
You need to remove your vehicle immediately.
And 4 off targets for Portsmouth.
2457.
And Southeast definitely are happy to slow down proceedings just a little bit at this end. Centre back playing it into the middle, gets one through into the middle, and the number 25, that's a Trey Douglas, not making any effort to get to it. Oh, it's a through, and I don't think the Portsmouth player will want to make a run for it. It's going to be an
overheat.
Yep. So Randall Prince will get proceedings back. But Delvin, we have been seeing at least by now, and I know you've said so on a number of previous times, even on previous broadcasts, I think by now we should have at least seen something on the score sheets. It's been more in favor, Delvin, so far of the Portsmouth team in the last few minutes. But don't give up on this Southeast team wanting their chance to get 3rd place in the Premier League President's Cup.
And as you realize that they're playing for $2,000 and the Bombers team was destroyed by Jugla in the semi-finals of the President's Cup, and the Southeast team had a much tougher fight with We United, and We United getting the better of them. Thomas in control. Number 22, Thomas, trying to pass a man. Asher George, they're winning that ball very nicely. Trying to play the ball across to Anton Larrock. And the goalkeeper coming out there.
But I think he was avoiding the offside. That is why he held back a little bit, Delvin. Good strategy, but I would have hoped, I would have thought he would have at least tried to press forward. It's a good one through onto the line on the far side, and the better of speed of the ball will get the better of that chase, Delvin.
And that ball, the speed of that ball is much too much there for the player. There's a throw-in. And the coach talking about the shape of the team.
And almost an empty midfield by both players, in fact, especially for the Portsmouth team right there.
Osher George. And you can see the coach really worried about the way his team playing. He thinks that his team can play much better football than that.
Well, Delvin, we have seen the Southeast team play much better than that. In fact, you know, in the last 7 or 8 minutes, you know, you have to admit, rather than attacking, they've reverted back into more defensive mode. I mean, to me, unnecessarily falling back in or putting themselves in that mode. So they have to sort of get themselves out of defensive mode right now into attacking mode. 3-man wall coming through.
But as you can see, the Bombers team do stand a chance because they'll definitely go at goal because there's nobody really attacking.
So good intercept on the far end, playing it onto the line. And he gets tackled down. They're looking for a foul and they're not getting it. It's going to be a throw-in.
And the Bombers team is much quicker tonight, as I can see there tonight. I realize that they're very quick attacking, Fadol, the Bombers team. And they're pressuring the ball and they're not letting Southeast really settle long on the ball.
I guess hence being the reason, you know, SouthEast has had to revert into defense mode. Actually being probably forced into that position, Delvin. Long one inside, chips one over, shots on and he scores!
Usher, George, finding the back on the nets there for Bombers.
Delvin, from a throw-in into the penalty area, it got headed to Usher, and Usher George just taps it in for goal number 1. Usher George puts one in, 1-0 in the 30th minute. Our first goal comes through for the Portsmouth Bombers, Delvin.
Yes, and Bombers taking advantage of that situation. Some slack defending there, fought there by SouthEast. A ball thrown across, just headed across, and nobody picking up anybody in the box. And Usher George had all the opportunity to stop in. And what an easy goal there, conceded there by SouthEast.
Jocelyn Prince playing it into the middle for SouthEast. Looking for some options, pushing it through to the left side. Keeping it onto the line. Looking for some options, long one inside. Gets through to the number 8, keeps it in. And it's a little fight, and he doesn't make chase, Delvin. Keeps it in. Number 25 and a foul.
That was really that call there to me was, well, maybe the players there really querying that call, but the referee decision always the final one.
SouthEast playing it long onto the line. Anybody there to answer for it? It's going to be a long one, and it's easily scooped up by the back line for Portsmouth, playing an aerial one. Finally gets it back down to earth a little bit. Header. SouthEast pick up possession on the far end. Looking for a number of options. They have some options. None in the penalty area. Just off penalty. Long one inside. Gets it just shy of the penalty area. Chips it in and it gets deflected out. Makes a turn with it. Plays it into the center. Portsmouth with the intercept. Gets a one through and it's going to be chased. Yes, he will run down with the chase. And it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper with a good assist. But Portsmouth keeping the pressure on. Looking for the foul, not getting the foul on the far end. Looks like Usher George trying to dance his way. Keeping possession in, losing possession. SouthEast, Jocelyn Prince trying to push forward. Keeps it onto the line, in through the midfield area, stringing it down the channel and gets fouled. Quick ball back into play by the number 10. Chips one over, gets intercepted by the defensive line. Just off the penalty area in the shadows of the light on the left side. Dancing his way through, beats one, hovers one in slow, header, and he misses the header. Shem Abraham missing that header. It was just a little too high for him, Delvin.
Yes, that ball was played a little too high. And Bombers playing with a lot of confidence now, going up 1-0, and really, you could see the Bombers team, they're playing the ball short and they're looking to just work the ball across. But the Bombers team won up in terms of the President Cup 5th place match. They're playing against SouthEast, Surgical SouthEast. The 4th place team will get nothing tonight, I can tell you, but the 5th place team will walk away with $2,000. The 2nd place team will walk away with $3,000, and the champion $5,000. And that championship match will be played tomorrow between We United, Valvoline We United, and the Central Cooperative Jubla team, the Premier League champion.
Oh, there's a good chip over the head and it gets intercepted there. Good play by the Portsmouth player there, Surgical, reverting onto the left side, stringing it forward, looking for options inside, not getting through. It's gonna be yes, finally gets through. Oh, slips one is shot on! And keeper Kelvin finally gets in onto it. The quick counter that we just spoke of earlier on.
And referee Gabriel Caesar, yeah, they call him, the coaches are already complaining about a lot of things here tonight in terms of what is going on the field, but we're only there to the broadcast. In control, Prince in control, trying to find number 10 on the far side. Nice there, but good defending, they're covering up, then the ball goes into touch for a corner kick. So corner for SouthEast. And SouthEast are kicking towards the stock farm. As you know, the Tower Street area, if you know the football field pretty well. And the Bombers kicking towards the prison area, towards the landfill area. And I can tell you, Father, not a pleasant sight tonight at all. But
well, no, it is a pleasant sight, Delvin, but it's not a pleasant sense.
Well, we can see that quite clear like that.
But Delvin, very few options in the scoring area, in the goalkeeper's area, but a number of options. Keeps it down. Hovers it over Ariel, and nothing to boast of. I thought maybe the better option would have actually tried to probably get the ball down and send it to his striker, who was on his right side, because a small gap was there waiting for him.
Tristan Paul. Prosper.
Yes.
Prosper, yeah.
Yes.
Well, a defender, so you finally expect that from a defender.
Good one through, gets intercepted by Portsmouth, reverting back. Long one forward. Will George get to it? I think he just wants to just shadow it out. SouthEast pick up possession, playing it onto the line. And a bit of pressure, recycles back. Into the middle right now, looking for some options. Wow. And it's a poor one. He was looking for the number 8. Shem Abraham. A little bit too much. The pass, Delvin, was a little bit too rich. So Portsmouth will be happy with taking back possession. Shem again will get proceedings back for SouthEast. Jocelyn Prince, center attacking, trying to push forward, looking for some options, slides one through, realizing he cannot penetrate, reverts left, back to Jocelyn, tries again on the left side, shot into the striking area, it's long, oh, what a mistake by the striker. I think, Delvin, that mistake by the striker, you know, he headed it out by accident. I don't think he wanted to intentionally do that, but an infringement cited by referee Gabriel Caesar gets Portsmouth back in possession.
A very close call, Father, because he could have easily been given a card there for really stopping the counter-attack.
Long one forward. Shem. It's going to be shadowed.
Ball goes off Usher Judge. Usher Judge scoring that goal there, that lone goal so far for the Bombers team. Bombers 1, Surgical SouthEast 0.
Oh, good intercept by them. Playing it into the middle. Center attack. Shot on! The number...
Just Anton Larocque. Fadol and Larocque, a national player, should have put that ball away in the far corner. Really poor attempt there by Larocque. For a player, national player. Bombers very much quicker to the ball than Surgical SouthEast.
I don't think they were expecting that reverse in possession intercept that just happened to them. Almost caught them off guard. But then, like you said, not capitalizing on that opportunity, Anton Larocque. Very clear opportunity by him and really and truly not capitalizing. And of course, the pressure on the Surgical SouthEast team has increasingly built in the last 15 or so minutes. Still in defensive mode. They've not been able to fully climb themselves out of that. Portsmouth with possession.
And the ball goes into touch again. Some there slack piece of defending there because Usher George really coming in there and was not properly marked at all by the defender. And Usher George there, the goal scorer there for Surgical SouthEast, by the Bombers, which was Red Bombers. They won. Ball played across there to number 8, Shem. Shem in control there for SouthEast. Did this man Shem. Shem, they've been pressured there. And they really applying the pressure and Shem there to Thomas. Thomas across to Prosper. Prosper in the far side there. Moving that ball on the other side of the field to Justin Prince. Prince trying to play a long ball. Trying to find that play on the far side. Not the best of control. Again intercepted by Bombers. Bombers playing a long ball. Trying to find Anton Larrock. Larrock in control. They're trying to beat this man there. He's using his type of speed. But good piece of defending there by the Surgical SouthEast player. Nice football there by the SouthEast. SouthEast in control there. Let's say play a long ball trying to find Shem. Easy ball for Shem. Let's see what Shem does. Yes, he controls very nicely. He has support there. Again, they're trying to find a player there again. And the ball still in play. A nice sliding tackle there by number 10 there for SouthEast. Fadol there. And that's Lawrence, Adrian Lawrence there. Sliding in there and playing that ball into touch. Prince in control. To Sidney Lockhart. Lockhart in control to Prosper. Nice pass across there. Well played there by Yusuf. Bad pass in the end there by and losing the process there. Sidney Lockhart in control there. Beat this man very nicely. Trying to be a good piece of defending there and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick. Well, good play there by SouthEast.
And very good play by SouthEast. And a good defensive play. In fact, a 2 versus 1 play. Defensive play by the Portsmouth Bombers, realizing that they needed 2 guys to mount up that defense. Corner for Surgical SouthEast.
But it was just about 5 more minutes in the first half. Let's see SouthEast what they can do about it. A nice ball in the air. They're headed away there. Trying to play, took a handball and opportunity there. Anton Larrock there, get the opportunity one-on-one. Larrock there, using his speed there. Beat this one very nicely. He should score. And he kicked the ball wide. What a terrible miss there by Larrock, a national player.
This is the second time he's missed out for tonight. Beating the defender. In fact, faking the defender, playing it forward, beating the goalkeeper, and yet still missing Delvin. How does that happen? But Shem making a chase on the right side, keeps it in, and it goes for a corner in favor.
And the ball goes into touch for a corner, and that game getting very heated. Fadol on the sideline. And Larrock.
Contention by the Portsmouth coach. Keeps it in. Header, heads out. Shots! Heads it down. To no man's land.
Sidney Lockhart.
7 total attempts by the SouthEast team.
And again, Bombers again. And where's the defenders for SouthEast? Not the opportunity. And again, Larrock over the crossbar. And opportunities after opportunities, Fadol. And Larrock over the crossbar.
And this time, this game, the score numbers of this game should based on, based on how the play has been executed, should have been a bit more, but a number of wasted opportunities. In fact, more wasted opportunities in favor of Portsmouth. I think SouthEast has been a little more calculated with their strikes, but the Bombers just not playing those calculated strikes.
No, but Father, it's very strange that a defender, a forward man, beats a defender, then beat the goalkeeper
And
kick the
still
ball out,
misses.
and miss
And
and
still
kick the ball
misses,
outside.
yes.
A national player.
Delvin, okay, I want us to focus on the fact that he's a national player. Currently, he's not. He's not playing as a national. Yes, he is a national player, but I mean, you're playing for the President's Cup. You at least the top 3 in the President's Cup. I mean, that should at least count for something. So
he should not be missing that, Fado. It's quite clear.
The manner in which the
you're looking for words, but it's quite clear. He beat the defender very nicely.
The opportunity was there.
That's the goalkeeper. And then he kicked the ball outside. Fado, you can't ask for anything worse than that, but they're up 1-0. They have the advantage. They're up 1-0.
Listen, from a psychological standpoint, this is where SouthEast needs to psychologically play on them. And once SouthEast can get at least 1 goal on the Bombers, it's going to be a different ball game. I'm telling you.
Oh, yes.
I am telling you. Because then, from a psychological standpoint, the Bombers are going to realize, hey, we missed out on so many opportunities. And right now, SouthEast is biting us back for that. Once Surgical SouthEast gets that, at least that 1 goal on them, it's going to be a totally different ball game. Long one forward.
But the Bombers defender having a field day so far in terms of defending. The Bombers feeling no real hostage there from the Bombers. And Gabriel Caesar pulling out his yellow card. First yellow card for the night. Gabriel Caesar. And then we see the player getting that yellow card. Just step in control. Let's see what he does. Back across there to Adrian Lawrence. Lawrence in control there to Justin Prince. Justin Prince across there to Shem. Shem in control there, number 8. Nice pass to Adrian. Beat this man very nicely. Trying to find a man on the fast side. Lovely football there played by SouthEast. Down across there to Sidney Lockhart. Lockhart trying to play, but again that ball opportunity for Shem. Goal! Goal! Opportunity for Shem. And Shem finding it back on the net there.
Literally delving at the second of literally on the whistle. And Delvin, I told you, once SouthEast gets that 1 goal, it is going to be a totally different game from now. We are going to be definitely seeing a different game in the second half. Shem Abraham, the number 8, scoring literally just 3 seconds before the whistle blows. Delvin, it's going to be a very interesting game in the next 15 minutes from the Stockholm Technical Center. Delvin.
Yes, Fado, and we'll be back in the next 15 minutes to continue the match, but we can tell you, Surgical SouthEast won, Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers won.
At 2 o'clock, we will be Check 1, 2.
Welcome back to the indoor facility in Stock Farm for the third place match in the President Cup. And that match is played between Bombers and Sagiko SouthEast. We are locked at 1-1. Sagiko SouthEast equalizing seconds before halftime, the first half. So we can tell you Shem scoring that goal there for SouthEast. Shem Ibrahim scoring the goal there for SouthEast. And Usher George there finding the back of the net there for Sagiko. So the ball referee. So we are in. Start of the second half. The boys just played very nicely across there by Sagiko Bombers in control on the far side. We are locked in. And the ball plays into touch for a throw-in for Bombers. And the Bombers. And we can tell the viewers and the listeners that if the game end up 1-1, we'll go into extra time, and then if it's still locked on, we'll go into penalty kicks. So the first place gets in $5,000, the second place $3,000, and the third place $2,000. Bombers in control. And well, loses the person Prosper. Tristan Prosper. Bombers, and there's some slack defending there by SouthEast there. And Bombers still looking to take the advantage, and shoots wildly, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick. And Bombers still one of the teams pressing for early advantage into the second half of play. The crowd have built up tremendously, very good crowd. And the fans really the football for the entire season. The fans have been showing up in large numbers, and that's a good sign to see in Dominica that the fans have been showing up night after night under difficult circumstances to witness the football matches. Headed away there by an infringement there. Gabriel Caesar, I say welcome back to you, Joe Fadol.
Yes, Delvin, thank you very much. Sagiko playing from the back, trying to push forward. Spreads it left. It's under a bit of pressure, 1-on-1. Trying to escape from that pressure. Now it's 1-on-2, recycles back. Long one forward. There's a through. It's going to be a chase, and not exactly sure what you would call that kind of defensive interception there. It's like he almost scooped the ball in the air and pulled it away from him, but the Portsmouth Bombers making a quick counter, attempting to push from to the middle. It's a through one, and it's going to be a 1-on-1. Will he beat it? Shot on, and it gets saved by the keeper. An opportunity for Davon George to tip the scales back in the favor for the Portsmouth Bombers, averted by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper for Sagiko SouthEast. That's Randall Prince.
They're using his legs in that process there and saving the day there for SouthEast. And the amount of opportunities Bombers had there tonight to really put that game away, and it's now locked at 1-1.
Delvin, we did say just at the whistle of halftime, if Sagiko SouthEast do get at least one goal in, it's going to be a different ball game. Because remember, Delvin, the number of missed opportunities that the Bombers didn't capitalize on. This is where the Sagiko SouthEast team is going to play on them. Portsmouth playing down through to the middle, and Trying to get to Davon George, a little too deep, not wide enough to Davon George. Just like Prince playing it into the middle, recycling back, spreads it to his left winger, pushing forward. It's gonna be intercepted. No, he holds on to it, chips it over into the penalty area. It's gonna get shadowed. Pushes one forward, just like Prince. Center attacking, spreads it left to his winger, and it gets intercepted by Davon. Slip of his foot there, and Surgical Southeast benefit from repossession. Spreads it into the middle, reverts back to midfield. Thomas trying to play it forward. Gets forward. It's 2-on-1. They're under a bit of pressure. 2-on-2. Back to 2-on-1 again. Good turn. Cycling back into the middle. Trying to play it in. He's trying to shove him off. It's 2-on-1, and a foul will be called for that one.
And that foul there, Fado, referee Gabriel Caesar calling infringement. They're just right outside the box there of the Bombers team. So dangerous free kick there, and number 9, as you know, number 9 is Javid George, and George will be looking to curl that ball over the short goalkeeper there for the Bombers team. And the goalkeeper for the Bombers team, we can tell you, is
Kelvin Henry. One that was completely off by Javid. Another shot off opportunity.
And those balls there, free kick just outside the box penalty area. We should be testing the goalkeeper, Fado. Let him make a save.
Definitely. I mean, I know both teams are Premier League teams, and you know the Premier League season had ended a while back. But Kelvin Henry attempting to get some options, trying to push forward, just like Prince on his chest, recycles back, plays it into the middle again. Pushes one, pushes it forward, looking for options. Over again, Delvin. And a good bit of advice being given by Coach Alicius to take their time. Almost wanting to be a bit hasty. The Surgical Southeast team, I know they want to get the edge over this Portsmouth team.
A go-ahead goal will help them.
Yes. But Delvin, you know, you don't want to. You want to play tactically and technically as well. You don't want to play in haste. But Portsmouth will be happy to take back possession. Referee Gabriel Caesar asking for the play to be retaken.
But for the longest while, and son, the ball is there, and son, he called for the ball to play, and
finally, ball will be back into play. This time deciding to actually go forward with it very long. Gets turned, pulls back, intercepts, and a foul.
And Caesar need to take control of that game and so on. And it's but I don't want to say too much and so on, but you see there's a lot of improvement and so on in terms of our football and things that need to improve in our football, and we're just hoping that it can get better as the years go along, because we really need to see that level, at least something happen and so on, that we can get things right one day.
Well, Delvin, I listen, Delvin, I cannot say that we're not getting things right. I mean we cannot get everything right one time.
Definitely.
So you know what we're trying to hope for is, you know, a little bit more, to get a few more things right. Even if it's, let's say last year we got one thing right last year. Let's try for this year. Let's try to see if we can get 2 things right or 3 things. He said, yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, yes,
we cannot be the same. We can
it
every
cannot,
year after
yeah,
use the same thing.
I understand what you're saying. I understand it.
It's
It cannot just
hurting.
be one long one forward, and the defensive line in the penalty area gets intercepted. Still playing it into the penalty area, gets shoved out. Keeps it down. Sajiko, and losing possession again. Portsmouth playing it onto the left side, attempting to push forward. Dances past 2 players there. Headed back into the midfield area for Sajiko. Sajiko reverting back, recycling back into midfield, pushing one forward. Doesn't turn with it. And straight into the defensive line for Portsmouth. Almost just giving up. Sajiko trying to play it down through the channel in the middle. Channel is being blocked by Portsmouth. Portsmouth, George. Stringing one small pass there, hovers one. Doesn't quite get the control of it. Davon George. A good pass to Davon though, but doesn't quite get the header onto it. But Sajiko SouthEast will be happy to take back possession on the back line, trying to push forward, keeping it very low. I thought he would have gone a bit aerial with it. And it's just toggling between possessions.
Very sloppy, that game there, Fado. Nice pass there to Usher George.
For me, Usher George holding on to it just a little bit too long, Delvin. Maybe not seeing the options in front of him. But Sajiko SouthEast will be happy to take back possession. Chips one over and gets intercepted there. Long one back forward for the counter. Gets into it. Holds it in. He has one option in. Oh! An almost mistake by the defender there. But a very quick recovery by his goalkeeper. Pushing one forward. Jocelyn Prince attempting to push it forward. And it gets headed out. Sajiko gets ball back into play. Jocelyn looking for some options, taking his time. Strings one very short into midfield. Defensive midfield keeping it very low again. These low passes, Delvin, have just not been working for them, you know.
We play long ball. They're looking to play long ball, Fado, and they should be looking to play the ball short. The long ball is not working for the Sajiko SouthEast team.
Delvin, it probably can work for them, but they're not getting enough altitude onto the ball, if you realize. They're not shooting the ball high enough. Stringing one into the middle, looking for some options, gets one through. It's gonna be defended out. Recycles one back in. Portsmouth playing in through to the middle, looking for some options. 2 options in, hovers one over, and it's gonna be a one-on-one. One of the goalkeeper, and it's saved by the crossbar. The keeper coming out, Delvin, and the bar has saved him.
And and the coaches there really crying on the cause of the referee. But again, Bombers they're getting a golden opportunity. I thought they had all the time in the world to put that ball at the back of the nets, but in the end they're really playing that ball, making at the ball corner of the crossbar, Fado, but he could have done much better than that, Fado. He had all the time, the goalkeeper was beaten already.
Jocelyn Prince through, and the goalkeeper easily scoops it up. Goalkeeper not in a rush, plays it onto the line. Prince playing it onto the line. Sajiko South is not pushing forward as yet, only until now. Attempting to slide one through, doesn't get the slide. And a bit of pressure from the final, attempting to turn with it. And a foul.
And Coach R.S Coach R.S Mills, and also Coach R.S Prince, where they fighting it out on the sideline, looking for that much needed goal away. That goal, that's very important, goal number 2. Nobody attacking the defender at all, Fado.
Lovely cross. And it's going to be deflected out. Portsmouth will be glad to take possession in their striking half. Trying to play it in front to the middle, looking for some options. Tries to hover one over the number 19.
Not a bad attempt at all.
That was Jelani Joseph with the attempt. Portsmouth again, playing it into the penalty area. Shot on and he scores!
Anton Larocque finding the back on the net. Slack bit of defending there for there by SouthEast there. The player on the far side really trying to dribble the man out of his defense and paid the price for that. Bombers 2, SouthEast 1.
The defense has put themselves under the microscope right now, Delvin. Almost going absent, almost going invisible for their goalkeeper. And he did express some very, he was very worth his expression of disappointment in his defender, wondering, where did you guys go? This is the question that he asked, where were you guys? And they paid for it.
Lovely ball to Davon George, trying to find Anton.
Ball kept into play. It's gonna be defended.
No man, referee. Caesar, what is that, the boy? What is that? Ref. What is that? Our man. That's one-sided man. Please relax, man. Come, yes, come.
And they calling Gabriel Caesar, the referee in charge.
No, you are in charge of the team, so I'm not coming there for you, okay? I'm not coming there for you.
And the referee showing his full colors. And that's, as you know, in football and so everything have to improve, Fado, for football to improve in Dominica. Everything have to improve, Fado. And the referee giving R.S Mills a yellow card, warning him very early in the second half, telling him that he's in control of his players and not the referee, Fado. So the referee making it quite clear, Gabriel Caesar. And a player they're receiving a yellow card again. And Darren James receiving a yellow card there, Fadol, from Gabriel Caesar. And you're going to see some substitute there. You can see Delbert Graham, number 23, and number 19, making their way to the bench.
Good intercept into the middle by Southeast. Reverting back. Thought he would have actually attempted to push forward. Doesn't attempt to push forward. They have reverted very much back. The slow forward has been a bit slow. Finally getting one through on the far end. And the defender gets the better of it. Southeast keep possession on the far end.
Number 19, Leslie coming in there.
Luan Leslie.
Luan Leslie coming in there.
Good turn. Ball kept in play. Keeps it onto the line. Pushing forward. Trying to get one through. Does get one through and it's going to be cleared.
And they're throwing for Bombers on the fast side, but before that we'll see the substitution, the number 19 coming in there. Luan Leslie, and also Delbert Graham coming in there for the young man there, James.
Number 17.
Yeah, Darren James, and number 12 and number 17.
Cheston Prosper.
No, it's not looking like Cheston Prosper at all coming out there. Let me see number 22
Number
coming out
22,
too.
okay.
Yeah, number 22
22.
there's right there. It's
Jaden
Thomas coming
right.
out. Delbert Graham we're going in.
Good throw into the keeper's area. Three-man wall, pushing forward, gets one through. It's going to be driven. And the drive was sliced away for a throw-in.
And the Bombers bring the ball into touch. Two-one in favor of Bombers.
Holding on to possession. But just like Prince, not making a run for it. Portsmouth keeping it onto the line. Slowing down proceedings. And a foul. Well, Anton LaRoque going down. I think he was probably looking for more than just going down and even more than just a free kick based on how he went down and of course how it happened to him. I think he was probably looking for a bit more than that. Jalen John Vale will be looking for some options just on the border. Aerial header to the side.
And Fadul, two guys from the Bombers team. Where is the SouthEast defense, Fadul?
Almost again absent. I think the defensive mode they were in the first half has collapsed on them, but it's going to be a challenge. Holds on to the challenge into the penalty area, keeps it in. One-on-one, shot on, and it gets blocked. Using his hands a little bit, pushing off. Gets one into the keeper's area to the side.
And it's raids after raids by the Bombers team on the SouthEast, and the SouthEast is very fortunate for it's only 2-1. Hearing it from the coach saying that they're playing good. But in the scoring goals, and that's the same thing they suffered the fate against Jubla in their in the two premier matches they played against Jubla. They could have easily put Jubla away. And when the Jubla met them in the President Cup, they got about a 9. Yes, Fado.
Spreads one right, playing it onto the wing, and That touch, Delvin, was just a little bit sweet. A little bit too much sugar on that touch, Delvin.
Definitely.
A little
It was
bit
a
too much.
lovely
Yeah, it was a
pass.
lovely. Yes, it was.
Let's go, fellas. Let's get something, man. Let's get something, man.
Coach Alicia's calling on his players. Oh, empty goal. And this time, Delvin.
They've been grabbing full control.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was a brave move by the goalkeeper there. Finally showing some signs of life. Playing it back. Prince looking for options into the center.
Shame.
Spreads it wide. Spreads it right. Long one forward on the right side. It's going to be a chase. He holds on to it and a foul.
What?
And an argument as to whether or not it was a high foot as compared to whether or not it was just a loss of possession between the two coaches on the sideline there. And that argument has quickly died down. Keeper taking back possession for Surgical SouthEast. A very open midfield for both teams, Delvin. Not taking advantage of that midfield space. Very, very, very open. Acres of midfield. Focusing everything on the right side of the field. Finally, some midfield action. Reverting back. Trying to push forward. Surgical trying to play into midfield right now, taking their time. Stringing some passes there, looking for some options. Slides one through, doesn't get it through, gets intercepted. Oh, it's going to be a through, and he had to be careful. He didn't catch himself offside. That's Anton LaRocque. Didn't decide to play it forward, or play himself forward, sorry.
Nice try, Rod.
And Anton LaRocque is extremely lazy. I thought he could have made that run as a centre forward man, but again, it was a lovely pass there by Davon George. And LaRocque not reading that pass at all. But SouthEast really need to find the back on the net. They have opportunity now to play the ball in.
Plays it in.
And the keeper
and
there
the keeper.
And I see.
Of course, we say good evening to Cornell Charles joining us tonight as well. Cornell, it's 2-1 in favor of the Bombers. What's up, Cornell?
Not too bad, not too bad. I've been looking at the match, and Bombers honestly have showed that bit of extra push. There have been a few questionable things happening on the field. An interesting match. I'll start as that. Interesting match.
Very interesting.
On my way across to the booth, I saw an infringement which should have warranted at least a spot kick. But, you know, I don't think the scoreline speaks volume to what's happening on the pitch.
Well, as you can see, the Bombers really have been playing some good football. They have been attacking. They got a number of opportunities. The Bombers team, they could have easily be 4 or 5 here tonight, I can tell you. But again, they haven't got I think the Bombers team lacking what they call a killer instinct in scoring goals.
Yes, definitely. There have been a few opportunities where they have had some killer passes, but the final piece, that cherry on top, Delvin, that cherry on top, is what has been missing. For example, like you just saw a while ago there, that pass from the number 8 slicing through to the center, but the striker was not able to make that run, you know?
That's true, you're quite right on that.
I think the remnants that of glory that Surgical SouthEast are trying to hold on to, they need to start looking at a rebranding and a restructuring of the team, because they are not there. From what I've been looking at, they are not playing like that team that we know of, with the pharaohs and the princes of before. They're not playing with that zeal. And you've been watching the football for longer than I have.
Coffee and the rest of the guys
there you
from
go. There you go.
Yeah,
we know when those guys step onto the field. As short as Pharaoh was, he's one of the biggest bodies that you will find on the field.
Yeah, you were quite right on that. But the Bombers team actually winning all the balls against Southeast. They're much quicker to the ball.
A team that's predominantly or history-wise is more dominant physically. So, I mean, we are looking at the scoreline right now. As it stands, 2-1. If the Bombers go through with the scoreline, they will be crowned third place champions of
third place
for the President's Cup, the Premier League President's Cup.
And they'll walk away with $2,000.
$2,000, yes. Still a good sum of money, after a season to put in the club's pocket.
Oh, yes.
Still a good sum of money. You can at least purchase a few, bottles of water throughout the course of the season.
That's true.
But we see Bombers still trying to get some more goals. I haven't seen any much attempts from... and there goes Bombers with another opportunity. The flag stays down. Oh, and a bit of a body check there.
And 4 against 2.
Graham lucky that the striker didn't go down in the box there. Bombers making light work there of Delbert Graham. I mean,
good defensive play there by Delbert. Very good. Keep the player away from the goal.
The thing about SouthEast is you expect a more aggressive match, huh? You expect a more aggressive match. We see Josle. I see Josle not playing in his favored position. I see he's sitting in the midfield for the match, the vast majority of the game. Josle Prince, former national player. We are not seeing him playing in his natural false 9 position. That's where he usually plays for SouthEast. In that false 9 position, I see him sitting more into the midfield for tonight's match.
And SouthEast really holding on, and the scores are still close.
Right.
I can tell you, Charles. So it's only 2-1.
2-1 is anybody's game at this point in time.
It could have easily been 6-1. I can tell you for tonight in favor of the Bombers.
We're about 75 minutes gone, 76 minutes gone into the game. The score 2-1. Of course, Sajiko are looking to get that equalizer. They are hoping that it pushes into extra time. Trouble in the box, Delwin. But well taken care of again by Bombers' defensive line. He took some time to blow that whistle, no? The player showed visual pain by the head. It's something that we have to stop for. It's not a question whether or not the match can go on or not. Head injuries are head injuries, And of course, coming up this weekend, we have the finals. We United versus Dubla.
Tomorrow night,
Mr.
We expect a bumper crowd there tomorrow night.
We definitely do. I mean, Dubla travels with a heavy supporting, and so does We United. They are the two teams right now with the biggest fan base. They're the two teams right now with the biggest fan base, the loudest fan base. So we definitely expect it to be a massive crowd here tomorrow night. I feel us as commentators, we may have to come here early if we are looking to get, parking space, if you're looking to get a seat. But of course, you're looking, it's going to be an exciting time. We had some subs made there for Bombers.
Number 18 coming in.
Yep, we have number 18, Johnson Bridette. Is that correct? Johnson Bridette. Oh, and instantly putting his body in the line there. instantly putting his body on the line there. Lovely football there by the Bombers.
And the Bombers are much quicker to the ball than SouthEast.
Yes, definitely better reaction time. Look at that, 2 attackers there coming in, but not enough time. Graham, that massive body, Graham, on top of the 18-yard box, they're really demanding the ball away.
Lovely ball there by Delbert Graham.
And the attack is on there for SouthEast. And the attack is still on for SouthEast. Oh, and the number 9 there. The number 9.
Javid George.
Javid George really trying his best there.
That ball should be on target.
A striker of his quality, national player Javid George, a striker of his quality, definitely should have had that in the back of the net, ringing in top of the V, yeah?
The setback on the net, but the goalkeeper should be making a save, and he should really find that ball.
That's a dangerous position to have a ball coming in at you. You know, I've spent a stint in the goal, and I'll tell you some of the places that you don't want the ball coming at you is on top of that 18-yard box from a player who can whip it.
Come, meet him. Yo, we gonna cover for you. Check. Nice.
Oh, and that push off the back there. These are the things that I heard you speaking about improvement, Elvin, but we have an attack there and a shot at goal. Ooh. A good stop there.
Straight to the goalkeeper.
Wait, you on the side.
He just had the job to do to collect it.
Straight to the goalkeeper.
Signs of life there from SouthEast.
Wait.
Definitely signs of life there coming from SouthEast. 81 minutes in. Of course, the number 17, Gabriel Raymond, there with the ball in his foot. He's looking to attack the goal. He takes a shot, but look at more patience, Esprit. Look at more patience.
Oh, yes.
And I was looking at him. I was about to make mention of him, you know, pointing out that he had some really good spacing where he is there on the wing side.
Oh, yes, and it was a lovely ball played to him.
Definitely was.
George,
Shem go.
in possession.
Continue.
Nice stop. And something to notice, something to point out, you know, for our viewers. If you take a look at the defense of the Bombers, the moment that the ball, they are in the defensive side of things, they are defending in numbers.
Oh, yes.
So the ball is in front of them, and they have 3-4 men standing just in front of the ball. And there's always a loose man waiting to attack, you know, to stop that play on the
and the counter attack.
I think that has been the difference. I think that has been the difference tonight. And Fadul, you've seen it from the start. And there's that extra man that we were talking about. But the referee says seeing that handball there.
And it was about the free Bombers players. The same thing we spoke about. The free Bombers players, that they're so aggressive and they're moving that fast in the defense.
I think you and I, Fadul, did a game earlier in the year, and we were making mention of, you know, the work that the young players on the Bombers team has put in. And it's evident here tonight, you know. It's evident here tonight, the fact that these young men are showing so much heart.
Very much so, and you know, I mean, even if they have the Premier League season is over, and they've not played for quite some time, you know, they're still showing their energy that they still have. Cornell.
Definitely for those. And of course, SouthEast have an attack. SouthEast have a shot. I think the defense of Bombers were distracted by what happened there. You saw the three fellas colliding there, Delvin.
And the same players.
Yeah, the same players colliding with each other. Is that a lack of communication?
Definitely, and not only that, but the player there for SouthEast, he had all the time in the world because there were two players down for him. He should take his time and maybe look to give somebody a pass, and he took a shot, a wild shot. Really a poor decision there for by the player there kicking that ball into touch.
Step.
Definitely. Bombers in possession.
Nice. Inside. Across.
And George there shouting at the referee
for
a handball in the box. Shouting at the referee there for a handball. And I mean, from our angle, I couldn't get a proper look at it. So I can't say.
Well, the man was here alone that was shouting for penalty handball,
yes.
and nobody else was really interested, and none of his players were supporting him.
all.
So I don't know how he'll get season to blow that one.
Football sometimes is like cricket, you know.
Oh yes.
Football, the rest of the team is not appealing. You see, Sajigo SouthEast has a sub getting ready to go on.
Number 20, Darren Laza.
Yep. Making his way. So Darren Laza, a long time member of the
Lawrence going down and
yes.
Laza coming in.
A long time member of the SouthEast team, Darren Laza. Yeah. Troubled by injuries over the last couple of years, but there comes a ball in there for SouthEast, and SouthEast with a shot. Oh my God! What a save by the keeper, pulling that ball from the pits of hell. The ball back into the fire. SouthEast on the attack again. And it's the counter attack that we're speaking of. There goes that counter attack. Of course, running down the line. Number 17, Gabriel Raymond, trying his best to regain that ball. Signs of life, Esprit.
Yes.
Signs of life there for SouthEast.
And the Bombers are much quicker to the ball.
Yes, of course. But again, you see SouthEast really getting that burst of energy. I guess the subs are making quite a difference for them.
Yes, definitely. And they call on the referee for the goalkeeper.
For the goalkeeper, yes.
Goalkeeper having a very fine night there tonight. The goalkeeper balls have been coming very straight to him.
Yes.
So he has some easy save there tonight, but he has been doing a pretty good job
at stopping, because saving them is one thing, stopping them is another. Saving them is one thing, stopping them is another. You see our colleague Coffee there, really trying to figure out how he can, change the momentum of this match. A little more to the side of SouthEast. Two of our colleagues there, Coffee and Ofa.
Yeah.
Really looking at the drawing board at this point in time.
Looking at the drawing board and looking and see if they can get the equalizer.
Yes,
they can tell you time in terms of that.
87 minutes, 88 minutes just to kind of add a little bit. So there's a few more minutes of regular time. And quite a few stoppages, so I guess we'd expect quite some extra time. The ball still in the possession of Sachico SouthEast. Whipped into the box, but straight to the outside. And again, that's not what they want.
Not at all.
That's not what they want. They need some good deliveries into the box. Chances need to be created. And there goes Raymond again in that position of trouble on that wing. So they're trying to get Raymond there on that line. Oh man. Oh boy. Esprit, did you see that?
Oh.
Just a slight poor decision there. It was a good idea.
If you had just stand,
if he had just held on, that man was in the over to the
far side.
The far left there. Over to the far left there. There was a really good opportunity on the horizon. Usher George there, just waiting to burst in to the final end. Usher George was just waiting, poaching, and I thought he saw it. When he held back the ball, I thought he saw it. Honestly, and this is not what SouthEast wants. They don't want Bombers to regain that momentum. The ball in the box there, and still nothing. Still SouthEast possession.
SouthEast. You can tell the finals, the grand finals is tomorrow evening between We United and Jubla.
And a ball into the box there. Oh boy. Oh. And this is what you expect from a foot place match, but not just a foot place match, but a match where something is on the line. This is what you expect, you know, aggression. And the ball into the box, but nobody there. Just Surgical SouthEast just looking for that little gap in the defense of Portsmouth Bombers. And this might be the gap. This might have been the gap.
A defensive save there by the defender there, Just Prince there, playing that ball, but the defender throwing himself in the way there, and the ball goes for a corner kick. Just Prince there, looking to find the back of the net there for Surgical SouthEast, and they only have a few minutes to really equalize.
So Caesar has, so it's 91 minutes. We are now 1 minute off of regulation time, 1 minute off of regulation time, and we're just waiting for the sign of extra time from the official. So if it's an opportunity there, ball into the box. Oh boy, and that is what you call football magic. Esprit, that is what you call football magic. If you were a betting man, would you have bet that this would have happened? 2-2. The goal scorer, it would seem like the goal scorer.
And game is on. It looks like we are going to be here tonight.
So a goal there by Yannick George. 2-2. So look at extra time right now. We are staring along the barrels of extra time right now, Delvin Esprit. Did you expect it? I told you. Go ahead.
Well, we expect anything.
Yes, football.
Teams and so on have been playing, but the Bombers team, as I said earlier on, the Bombers team, not a team with any type of killer instinct. So I expect anything to happen.
Oh boy. And a bit of trouble in the back of the line there. Oh, and there goes Surgical SouthEast has gotten that lifeline that they've been searching for.
Well, they scored in the first half, seconds in the first half. So they do it again in the dying moments by Yannick.
'93 minutes in, and we still haven't gotten a sign from the official as to the extra time given. But we are in that zone right now, Esprit. We are in that zone. We are in the extra time zone. So anytime from now we can get the final whistle. SouthEast there, ball in from Sydney. A ball in there from Sydney Jules, but nothing coming from it. SouthEast showing more life right now at this juncture of the match. They look like the ones who are wanting that extra go ahead. And Javid with an unnecessary shot there. That made no sense.
Yeah, unnecessary shot there.
Unnecessary shot there by Javid.
I thought Javid could have threw the ball to him.
So many options there for Javid. And that was an experienced senior player as himself. That is not what you expect from him.
A wild shot, you call that?
Yeah, that's what you call a wild shot. Bombers looking to make that extra sub there before the end of regulation time. SouthEast with possession.
Give him on the ball. Give him on the ball.
Bombers looking like all means that they lose that game there tonight.
Because that bit of pressure that's on them there. And there goes the whistle by Gabriel says.
Give still a 10 place for me, please. Give still a 10 place. You see how much long stuff it is, that? Like, give still a 10 place.
So we had on the map 5 minutes of extra time. 5 minutes of extra time. We're now going to take a pause there for extra time. So we're going to play two. We're going to play two halves. 2 15-minute quarters of extra time. And let me tell you, it's not what I expected, honestly, but you know, it's football. It's football, and the thing about football is you have to expect the unexpected. Yeah, you have to expect the unexpected. So right now, with the scoreline 2-2, with the scoreline 2-2, how do you see this pulling through?
Well, I can see some penalty kicks.
You see it going to penalties. You don't see a winner coming from either of the teams.
No, I see the Bombers had the opportunity to win the game tonight, but they look like the way things going that they might lose the game because the way they're playing there now, they're more or less on the defensive side of life, and it's difficult for them.
If they remain on the defensive side, it's going to be absorbing that bit of pressure. Yeah, absorbing that bit of pressure might be some trouble for them. Definitely might be some trouble for them. You see the SouthEast team actually, that bit of motivation, that last goal there definitely gave them a bit of motivation. A sense of yes, fellas, we can still do this. Yeah? Yes, fellas, we can still do this. So
we start with the boys on the 15 league at 11 o'clock. And then at 2 p.m. we have...
So just a reminder to our viewers, Usher George and Anton Larrock scoring 29th and 60th minute respectively for Portsmouth Bombers. And of course for Surgical SouthEast, we have Shem Abraham and Yannick George, 47th minute and 92nd minute respectively for the teams there. You're shaking your head, you're wondering what happened at that last minute there. This is what happens when you don't take your chances on the other end.
Definitely, you're quite right on that.
Yeah, but Delvin, if you remember, Delvin, you remember just before, literally like 10 seconds, we said this in the first half. We said the number of, you and I said the number of opportunities that the Portsmouth Bombers missed in the first half. And literally, Cornell, it was literally seconds in to the end of the first half. We did say if Surgical gets at least the equalizer, we will be seeing a different game. And it has definitely come back to haunt the Portsmouth Bombers, guys.
Quite right on that, Fado.
So do not take people's things like your women.
So of course, you know, this moment you left here to think. Are the Bombers gonna come back with that same defensive mindset that they had, or are they gonna push the energy tanks and try to take the lead as early as possible in the first half of extra time?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. What is the position, how they go, how the different approach, because they haven't enough 15 minutes each.
Right.
So they're talking about half an hour football again.
Now, another question I have, and I posed this question to the both of you. You've watched the majority of the match, yeah? Who do you both see as the difference, the edge for both teams? Because I mean, if the scoreline had remained 2-1, we would have had to call a man of the match for, let's say, for Bombers, or maybe, let's say, for SouthEast, you know? Who do you guys see on both sides would have had that cap as man of the match, or right now in this position as the edge for either teams?
Well, I'm gonna take the Portsmouth side, and I think I'll just leave Delvin with the Sagicor side. Okay. At up to a certain
I
point.
don't know if it have a man of the match.
No,
match.
It's a President Cup, but I mean,
third place.
It's a third place. It's a third place. We know, but I mean, we're just speaking amongst us and so on. We just for conversation.
The goalkeeper Portsmouth, maybe the one in contention. Number of good
because and for me, I would probably say the same thing too. Because up to a certain point, Delvin, I will tell you, Anton Larrock would have been it for me. Up to the point where he started to just almost collapse, because the number of lost opportunities, the number of wasted opportunities, he would have been my own. But I think Kelvin Henry, the goalkeeper for Portsmouth, at least, for the number of saves that he's had. I mean, based on the records that we have, let me just pull it out for us here on record. Based on what we've been tracking, Kelvin Henry, has had 8 saves. So can you imagine if those saves were not into his hands? This would be a totally different game tonight.
Yes, I definitely agree. From what I saw, from the points of the match that I saw, he definitely was that defining difference. Now, pushing to the second part of that question, Mr. Esprit, who do you see as the edge in the second half? Who do you see is going to help their team to push over that finish line for either one of the teams?
Well, we're not sure, because the teams that Sunday, they're not to say they're playing good football at all. In terms, too many goals have been squandered there tonight. So if we might just see some penalty kicks, and might just see some wild penalty kicks too, you can never tell. We just have to wait and see.
Definitely one of those wait and see moments. They're coming to the end of that break before extra time, and the officials are back on the field. The captains have already spoken with the man in the middle, Gabriel Cesar, to decide where they're going. That coin has been spun. So it looks like they're going to be on the same half. Portsmouth on that side of the prison, of the government building, and SouthEast on the side facing the city.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, because as you know that some of the teams and so on, because of where they stay in, they might just move across at the interval. We're just waiting on Gabriel Cesar. Cesar way past 5 minutes already, so we're just waiting on Cesar. He is in control.
Definitely.
So we're just waiting to hear.
I heard you made some comments of the improvement of the
football
the
on the football, yes. The whole family have to improve. And I'm talking about the football, the referees.
The whole fraternity, the entire fraternity.
Yeah, but not only that, but the referees. For you to have good football, you have to have good referees. And for you to have good football, then you need to have good referees. You need to have some serious referees and so that know the game that understand the game and that can referee the game, and referee the game positive and referee the game good.
But my next question is,
we had number of wrestlers, and you could see the standard of football, and I could always say that openly. Before, we used to have 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 FIFA referees. No, we don't even have one. It just shows.
So that comes to my next question before we get to the restart of the match. Is there connectivity, is there longevity within the referee system? After these men decide they no longer want to continue, are we gonna see another set of referees, younger referees coming up the line? Because what is there for them? What is the incentives? What is the motives that is laid on there for them?
There's a lot of incentive for the young referees, because when you join the FIFA list, the opportunities there for is endless opportunity. But when you watch the quality of referees we have in Dominica, there's nobody in line to be a FIFA referee, and that's not good enough. We need at least we have to see a referee looking to be a FIFA referee, or even for them to consider him to do it. If you watch it now, the way the referees going on and so on, we don't have one now.
Right.
So it's a disappointment. When we used to have Abraham Brohim, Billy Doctrove, we used to have Martin Charles, we have to have Etienne from Point Michel, we have Carla John Baptiste.
Yep.
I can just name them.
You can. Definitely you can.
And when you have Steve, Samuel and so on, you could name them. When they live in Dominica, they were living in 4.
Right.
The 4 officials live in Dominica as 5th official too. But no, not one. It's amazing. And then when 2025 going to 2026.
We definitely need to look into having that conversation off the field. But for now, we're starting back. First half of extra time. Sarchico SouthEast with possession of the ball. The scoreline 2-1. Oh, nice work there by Javid George. Still attacking the defensive line. Using his space there, but not enough. The ball still in his possession. Oh, and he goes down. Oh, boy. And this is one of those moments where that replay comes in. This is one of those moments where that replay comes in.
Outside the box.
It lets you wonder where that happened. Did it happen in or outside of the box,
Outside the box, the referee system was right on top of that ball.
Quite a bit of a way. I thought it was closer to the box than that.
Oh yes, much closer.
I thought it was closer to the box than that.
SouthEast should test the goalkeeper from there.
I don't think they have the height advantage, so they definitely could go at the keeper from there. Oh! And there goes Daron.
Look, so we confirm that.
So we have a goal there from the man, Joseph Prince. I did call for him earlier in the latter portion of the second half, but I wasn't seeing him. I did complain that I wasn't seeing him. And now he's pulling his team aside, pulling his team across, closer to the finish line. Joseph Prince with a nice poacher's goal there. Lovely ball there. From a beautiful cross at that. Lovely ball, beautiful cross. And he just popped that in the ball there.
Well, nobody, all the defenders stand up.
Now there goes that. And Raymond just imposing himself into that ball there. Tired legs.
SouthEast free.
And Bombers 2.
Second.
There goes Sidney Jules there with that ball there. Looking for Joseph Prince there, pushing his way down the right hand wing. And can he get it into the box? Ooh! And off the post and ricochet onto the unwilling participant of the goalkeeper's hand. Yeah, the unwilling participant of the goalkeeper's hand, and straight and straight to the outside, forcing a corner. Well, the goalkeeper didn't know that ball was coming at him. He did not know that ball was coming at him.
And the corner kick in the end.
And he had a corner kick there. A lovely push of energy from Sidney Jules there on that right side. SouthEast looking to keep that momentum. Oh, and a ball on top of the 18. But not collected enough. Graham looking to send that ball back into the fire. But a poor pass there by Delhi there. SouthEast has that dominating momentum. Joseph Prince in the back. Joseph Prince for an opportunity, and there goes the referee. The keeper sliding into the body of Joseph Prince there, and referee Gabriel Cesar say no, nothing happening there.
Get it, Javi, get it.
Questionable.
Cover. Nice, Jasmine. Nice.
Number 17 Cheston doing a good clearance there. SouthEast really doing their best, yeah.
It's very close call.
I think VAR would have had to come into play for that one. Oh, and a massive body there. No ball, nothing at all. A massive body there, and the referee says play on, you know. He says it's a contact sport. Bombers there with an opportunity there. Bombers with a ball into the box, and the keeper comes out, and it's a body on body. The keeper and the attacker. I think the medic should be called upon instantly because I saw a bit of a collision there. Both medics are racing onto the field. Look at that young lady. Legs on legs. Delvin, legs on legs there. We see both players
there. We are all seeing it there tonight. It's an amazing football match for third place.
Definitely a good match.
2,000 at stake
on the line, yeah.
And it's already in SouthEast pocket.
If you paid money to come see this match, it's your money's worth. It's definitely your money's worth. Did they charge you at the gate, Fadu?
But the game is for the players and not for the officials.
No, but you have to really wonder. Money's worth for who? Is it money's worth for SouthEast fans or for Portsmouth fans? That's the question.
That's a good question there, Fadu. That's a pretty good question here. But SouthEast right now in possession. I hope they don't make that same mistake that Bombers made, Delvin, and remove their feet from the gas. Quick throw in there by Bombers losing possession. Bit of action in the center of the field. Bombers back on that attack there. Bombers looking to equalize, to push it to penalties, or to take the clean sweep of a victory. Bombers still with the ball. And he's onside. Well defended there by Cheston. Quick roll of play for Sachiko SouthEast. Sydney Jules. And if you remember, Delvin, I said earlier that, you know, if you remember earlier, Mr. Esprit, when I did say that, you know, Prince was not playing in his proper position when he was playing there in that center midfield of the field. Right now, you see him on top of the attack. He looks a little bit more comfortable there.
Yeah, very much more comfortable there. And that match there, the crowd are involved in it. Everybody's involved in that match. And what a match we have going on there tonight.
Dominicans love their football, you know.
At the technical center.
Dominicans love their football, and we can attest to it.
Oh yes, I was saying that earlier on to Father. We love our football, but our footballers there have to be some sign of improvement in our football.
Yes.
For us to continue to love it.
We don't want to end up on like West Indian cricket fans, you know.
I know, and then we're losing to St. Martin and losing to the several team that I think that we should have beaten easily. So it's something now that we have to look at and so on.
Improving the quality of the football.
Oh yes.
Oh, and he beats him there. Sydney Jones there. Beautiful opportunity there. And Sydney Jones with the ball still. And he trying for it, but just missing that ball there. You see Usher George changing wings there.
Cheston Prosper living a very dangerous life on the field. He has been launching tackles, he has been getting away some tackles and so on, and not been caught either.
Yes. So 5 more minutes left in extra time. 5 more minutes left in the first half of extra time. And Bombers just sliding into an offside position there.
Well, that offside was a very close offside.
Definitely a close offside.
Very close one and so on in terms of that offside decision. But again, the referee is in control and the linesman.
Yeah, he's on that line there and he definitely has that angle.
That one was extremely close. SouthEast free. Bombers 2.
And the scoreline remains Usher George trying to get a ball there, swung across there from the left side of the field. If you realize that Usher and Gabriel changed their wings at the start. SouthEast with a vast majority of possession there. Oh, and what a lovely ball there into Sydney Jules. Sydney Jules up at the goalkeeper. Sydney Lockhart. Oh, and Lockhart with a lovely goal. Sydney Lockhart.
Ricochet and the ball caught out the defender and going at the back of the net.
Say 1, say 2, it's a beautiful goal. Because at the end of the day, he kept pushing. He kept pushing. And that is what you want from an attacker, to continue. That is what you want from an attacker. Sydney Lockhart. Apologies to our viewers. They must be saying, man, these commentators again.
No way. The ball came off. He made a mistake and so on. Went inside when he could have and come out of the defender and pop up into the back of the net.
But it wasn't a bad ricochet though.
Not at all. It was a good one because he found the back of the net.
Yes. And that is that comfort that SouthEast are looking for. Right now, in the eyes of SouthEast, the players, Mr. Esprit, they can definitely blow the final whistle. Right now, for SouthEast, they are at that comfortable position. And for them, they can call the end for this match.
Yes, they can, because it could have easily be 4 or 5 in the first half.
Yes.
Or even early in the second half, it could be easily 6 or 4-1 or 5-1. And now they're in front 4-2. So that just show you the level we are in.
I think it's a matter of football being football as well, yeah.
No, when you're talking about football being football, you're talking about a strikers beating goalkeeper and kicking the ball outside. That is football, as you know. But that is not the type of football as two Premier team.
Quality should be much more.
Oh yes.
SouthEast, there is more opportunity. SouthEast, of course, with the momentum at this point. Do you think the shoulders of Bombers have dropped though?
No,
Ooh,
Bombers
and a
still
beautiful ball inside there. But nice work there by Darren Laza, just heading the ball.
For SouthEast, the score is now 3-2 in favor of Surgical SouthEast.
And that PA system is extremely wrong.
That's a delayed.
It's 4-2.
It's 4-2. So if you heard that of the PA, the score is 4-2. The score is 4-2. So it's delayed and wrong. Oh, and what a touchdown over Cheston. Usher George there with a lovely ball. Whipped into the box. Oh, boy. And Gabriel Raymond by himself with yards of space. Plenty of time to control that ball and make a better decision. Now, you know, that's why I didn't venture into an argument with you when you spoke of quality of our football, Mr. Espree, you know. And it's interesting, you know, they always show.
He had all this time in the world ready to control, as you said.
And the referee says that blows for the end of regulation extra time. So of course, Fadul, extra time has the first half of extra time is done, and we are looking at the ending portion coming in. Do you think the scoreline remains 4-2 right now? The score.
I think the next 15 minutes will tell us whether or not the scorelines remain or whether or not Portsmouth will come with an aggression.
Yes. Of course,
equalize, and not just equalize, but they need to equalize and take the win. Because at this time, there's two options for SouthEast right now. Very much, there are two options. We saw it in the first half where they were, for a good bit of the first half, very, very, very good bit, SouthEast played in defense mode for quite a long time. And then they got that edge. They got that edge literally seconds before the whistle blew. That is where this game changed. Because in the first half, the number of opportunities that Portsmouth had, wasted shots. Delvin highlighted that. We saw it. And trust me, right now, Cornell, it has come back to haunt Portsmouth.
And as that,
it has come back to haunt Portsmouth. And again, Cornell, we have seen, even in the second half and in the first of extra time, in the 15 minutes, all right, of the 30 minutes, we have seen it come back to haunt them again. So, these lost opportunities by Portsmouth, all Surgical SouthEast have to do at this point is just keep adding on the pressure, and this will be their game, Cornell.
At the end of the day, it runs down to who wants it more.
Yes.
Definitely runs down to who wants it more. I don't know if you recall the first division finals between Buffalo State and Mighty Avengers, and you saw the difference on the field. That extra goal, last goal came from heart.
Yes.
That last goal came from heart, you know.
Very much.
So right now, that's what we're seeing right now. SouthEast pushing out that extra heart.
And we're seeing SouthEast pushing.
Still in good possession.
Still in good possession.
Of course, finally, you can just remind our viewers of the scorers.
The scorers: Anton Larocque and Usher George for Portsmouth, Shem Abraham, Yannick George, Jocelyn Prince, and Sidney Lockhart, the captain for Sagicor Southeast. At least we said in the first 90 minutes of play, if we had to give a player of the match, it would have been Kelvin Henry, the goalkeeper. That definitely has changed since then.
Significantly, of course, significantly.
Portsmouth trying to squeeze one into the keeper's area, and the keeper.
Through to the thankful hands of the keeper.
Yes.
Through to the thankful hands of the keeper.
A total of 22 shots taken by the Portsmouth team. 11 shots on, and 11 off targets. And you imagine if those on targets were a bit more accurate.
Yes.
I tell you, we would definitely have been seeing a different game. In fact, from both teams, the shot ons have actually increased from the second half for Sagicor Southeast. 12 shots on, 9 off. As Portsmouth attempt to hold on to possession, only losing it. Southeast playing through into the middle, taking their time with the ball because they know they have a
comfortable lead.
A very comfortable lead. In fact, recycling all the way back. It's going to be made into a run. Shem playing into the midfield.
Graham there, Delbert Graham there, the ball there, looking for a quick pass.
The only thing they need to be very careful at this point, Sagicor Southeast is holding on, and the passes need to be very accurate. Sagicor Southeast playing it from the left side, and
nice tackle there, lovely tackle
in their
there.
favor, yes.
Definitely a good tackle there from Janie Edwards. Janie Edwards there, the number 20 for Portsmouth. Definitely a good tackle there, needed tackle there. Because had he allowed that the winger for Southeast to whip that ball inside, we never know what the results might have been, yeah? But they do have another set piece opportunity. They have a corner. Portsmouth defending his numbers in the box.
Deciding to keep it short, keeps it in long, and it goes over. A happy little son or daughter in the community of Yampis has benefited from a ball donation.
Yes. There. Definitely that.
Kelvin Henry deciding to play it short, keeping it onto the line, long one forward into the middle, nobody there to answer, and as you can see,
Delbert Graham just sliding it across to his goalkeeper. Cheston there Cheston Presbury trying some flicks and tricks there.
Getting through the flicks and tricks, like you said, into the middle. Actually not really pressing forward because they know they have the comfortable win. All they have to do is just kill time. Yes,
they're
just killing time right now. But they have to be very careful in killing time, killing possession, like how we're just seeing right now. The ball could be intercepted in between them.
I think they have enough experience on the team. So if we still with the ball, you don't see that explosive nature of Bombers anymore. Is it tired? You think tired legs would come into play at this point in time?
Strategically, I don't think tired legs look like looks like Portsmouth Bombers at this time. I think strategically they're just waiting for this opportunity, like how we're seeing from the far end, pushing forward from the right side, attempting to push forward into the penalty area, and gets it in to the keeper's area, just scooping it into his hands. But Southeast telling, oh, it's a good run by the number 11, Sydney Lockhart. And just sort of easing off on the pedal, pushing forward.
Not looking to take too much energy out of the tank now. He's just saving it for the last minutes, the dying embers of this match. Bombers still in possession.
Substitute being prepared for Sagicor Southeast, who are in a very, very comfortable, we can say, 2 hands on the third place title.
Third place
Title in the Premier League of the President's Cup. We also have Division 1 President's Cup soon to start. We'll give you some more details of that.
Definitely. Quite some exciting matches
coming up. Yes.
We have some matches. We have, of course, the big one tomorrow. We have the finals of the Premier League President's Cup. We have Jubla FC, the champions of the Premier League, coming up against the runners-up, We United. So it's definitely going to be a battle of grit tomorrow evening here at the DFA Technical Center.
If, of course, you can't join us physically in the stands, please join us on the YouTube channel of the Dominica Football Association and the Facebook page. Of course, share the page, like the page, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Number 16 for Sagicor Southeast.
That's Jalil Philip coming on. Sydney Jones making way there. So Jalil Philip coming on. And they're just giving Captain Sydney Lockhart there. But I keep calling him Sydney Jones. I mean, I have to check the birth certificates, man. Oh, nice flick there.
Yep. Portsmouth attempting to play from the back, trying to push forward, gets one through. It's going to be 2-on-1, slides through, holds on to it, and loses possession. No, not enough. Nope.
Bombers definitely not playing like a team defeated. They're definitely trying to come back, trying to push back.
Right now, like you said earlier on, you know, is who has the bigger heart for it, and so far, it's Southeast.
And they have that opportunity there to just continue playing as they're playing right now. Southeast with possession there. Southeast actually. Oh, what a ball there by Graham there, Fadu. What a ball there by Graham. And not enough by Jacques-Claude Millen. Not enough by Jacques-Claude Millen to get that final piece of the puzzle. Jacques-Claude and Jalil really attempting there to just put the icing on the cake. 114 minutes gone, and one more in the extra time.
I believe 5 more.
5 more.
5 more. Well, that's exactly 5 more this time. And the first red card being issued which now puts Portsmouth in a deficit of players on the field.
That's number 6 there for Portsmouth. Ricardo Libla. Ricardo Libla receiving a red card there. And instantly one of my colleagues sent me a message as I was giving Sydney the wrong father. I was giving Sydney the wrong father. He was correcting me on the cinema, man. Say good evening to the Lockhart family up there at White City, River Civic, Laplane, Daily Series. Good evening. But we have Bombers there with a ball there, trying to find just a little bit more, but not enough in the tank. Not enough in the tank. I think 4-2 is definitely that scoreline that is not something that you want in extra time.
Well, it's definitely not something you would want at all. It's not a score, especially playing for your top three. Your top three in any would be medals. It would be medal contention. You'd be wearing some jewelry in the top three. It'll be gold, silver, or bronze, and beyond that, you really don't get anything. Pushing one forward, the number 16 on the right side, taking his time. And some options, slides one into the penalty area, diverts in, trying to get it into the keeper's area, chips in, header, and he scores!
And there goes Cheston Prosper, lovely ball, Cheston Prosper with the goal, lovely ball there whipped in by Javid George, and Cheston Prosper just waiting patiently to just head it in, and the play started with the number 16. Yes, the play started with Jalil Philip, but then it was passed on to Javid George, and then from Javid George, it was swinged across to the head, the thankful head of Cheston Prosper.
Perfectly positioned.
Definitely. So the scoreline now of 5-2. 5-2. 118 minutes gone. And I think that may be the end of tonight's proceedings. I think it's just a matter of allowing the clock to run through at this point.
Well, just seconds to go.
I'm not sure in 1 minute
time
that 3 goals can score.
It would take a miracle. It would definitely take a miracle.
The football gods would have definitely be smiling down on the Bombers tonight. But there's no sun above us at this point, so a yellow being showed there to the Bombers midfield. Yellow being showed there to the Bombers midfield. That is Davon George. Correction, that is Bridget Johnson, who usually holds on to the captain badge. Bridget Johnson getting that yellow card there. And SouthEast just passing the ball back to the goalkeeper. Of course, just continuing that time. Continuing that killing of time there. Of course, we have made it to regulation time. But SouthEast are still trying with their feet on the necks of Portsmouth. They're looking for more goals.
Foul against
He's brought down.
Yep, against the number 14 and putting SouthEast
the dangerous position.
Well, in fact, I think Portsmouth had invited that danger onto themselves, but it puts Sagicor SouthEast in a very, very, very comfortable striking area.
And we've seen them take chances
Yes, yes.
in this position.
In fact, actually going down, still down at this time. We've elapsed the second 15-minute segment. I mean, comfortably at this time, this is the win has definitely gone to SouthEast.
Yes.
After many lost opportunities by Portsmouth. I mean, clear.
This is just.
Bit of discomfort also being shown by the SouthEast goalkeeper, but his coaching staff encouraging him.
Let him know there's a few seconds.
Just a few seconds to go, fight it out.
We're into stoppage time.
Into stoppage time, in fact. We're into the stoppage of stoppage. Can we say it like that? I mean, it's not
the stoppage of extra time. Yes, we're in the stoppage of extra time. Is the
that would be the
third portion of stoppage time for tonight's match, and it's a slight ball there.
And that is the game.
That is that.
That's the game tonight. 5-2 in favor of Sagicor SouthEast, with many missed opportunities.
Of course,
many missed opportunities. The goal scorers: Usher George, Anton Larrock, then Shem Abraham, Yannick George, Just Leprin, Sidney Lockhart, and Cheston Prosper scoring for Sagicor SouthEast. I will allow you just to wrap up, reminding our viewers of the games that we have on for tomorrow, especially the big final games that we have on tomorrow. We also have some women's action as well, Cornell.
We have some under 15 action happening as well, but I'll just give a quick run through as to the matches that they can expect tomorrow. That's going to be live on a stream, Junior. So I'm just going to give you a heads up as to those matches. Of course, kudos to the Sagicor SouthEast. The men came out with a plan, and they definitely did what was needed to be done. So just a reminder as to the matches that's going to be live tomorrow. Yeah, just a reminder. So we're going to have tomorrow, Saturday, we have Buffett State versus BA Sharks coming up at 4 p.m. We have SouthEast versus Kalinago Warriors. That's going to be the women's match. Of course, we're going to have the big match tomorrow, the final match. The big match tomorrow is going to be Jubla FC versus We United. I see the man at the helm of the stream. The man at the helm of the stream walking with his crest early. He's looking for a victory tomorrow, yeah? But of course, thank you so much for tuning into Stream Genius via DFA Facebook Live. We pray that we see you tomorrow. Have a blessed evening and continue to support football in Dominica. My name is Cornell. You are joined by Delvin Esprit and of course Joseph Fadul. Good night, good night, good night.